What is up, guys? Welcome to The Real Build. I am your host, Bill Ryman, your broker builder, back for another episode of the best show, the best podcast you can possibly listen to that shows you exactly what you need to look for, whether you're buying, building, selling, renting, whatever you want to do in real estate investing. We are here to help you. And you guys, obviously, first of all, I really want to thank you guys. That's how I want to start this show, because without you, I would not keep doing this. The show continues to grow. You continue to spread the word. You continue to tell your friends about this. You continue to give positive reviews, and the show continues to grow every single week, month, and we've been doing it about a little over a year now. I'm going to continue to do it. I've met some great people along the way, and I hope I'm giving you guys as much value as possible. That's why I'm doing this. I don't ask for anything. It is completely free. I'm not making any money doing it. I just enjoy doing it. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to do another solo edition today. And the reason I like doing these solo episodes is because when stuff comes across my mind at work that I'm dealing with personally, it sparks ideas. And one of the things I've really been dealing with, and I actually just posted a video about it because I had Mike Harn on my podcast recently. And Mike and I were talking. It was a great podcast. Go check it out. It was episode 65. And we were actually recently, we had a ton of discussion about the building industry, but one of the topics came up about the dreaded question that every home builder gets. But custom home builders, it's the question we hate most. Can you guys guess what it is? What is your square foot price? Or what is your average price per square foot? Now, why do I hate this question? Let's start there. I get this question asked to me quite a bit, probably a few times a week. It's the first question that comes out of a potential client's mouth. Not everybody, but a lot of people, because I mean, you can't really blame them. A lot of people are worried about price. They're price driven. You're shopping to do something that costs a lot of money, and price is a big factor in building. I've talked about this in a past episode, but it can't be your number one factor. So why do we dislike this question as custom home builders? As a custom home builder, we don't really have a price per square foot. Now, let me brush on this because some custom home builders might disagree with this, and that's fine, but it doesn't make sense. Now, I could easily, and I'm going to use this as a reference, I could easily just tell you I'm $400 a foot, and here's what you get in a features list. That's what a lot of builders do. We're $275 a foot. Here's what you get. Come into our model home, boom, boom, boom. You get this much, this, and this. We build you this beautiful house you're seeing right here. Now, are you actually getting that stuff is the true question. More than likely not, because there's so many different factors that go into building, and especially custom home building, that there is no way you can be exactly spot on to what that actual cost is as a custom home builder and still make money. Now, here's what I'm getting at. There's a difference between a custom home builder and a production home builder. Production home builder or / track home builder, which I don't want to call them track home builders, but some of them are, where what you see is what you get. You get these certain selections, and that is it. A lot of you guys that are listening have dealt with those type of builders. If you go outside of those selections, you get charged an arm and a leg, or most of the time they do not let you go outside those selections. Everything is built a lot cheaper in the house. It's low end, low quality. You get those certain selections because those are within the builder's budget, and that's why they are able to name that price per square foot. Me as a custom builder, I don't do that. It's a I give you go to our vendors, you can pick from 1,000 choices of different tiles. You can pick from any appliances you want. You can pick any plumbing fixtures you want. You can pick any cabinetry, styles, finishes, heights, just everything in the cabinetry realm, which that's a whole nother thing too. And you can landscape the heck out of the property. You can, I'm trying to think of other ones here too. I said appliances, but you guys are getting the point. There's no limitation in a custom build. So me as a custom builder, when I give you that if I said I'm 300, I keep bouncing around with numbers. It's just examples. So if I tell you I'm $300 a foot and I give you a features list and you go outside of that features list, technically you are not staying within that price square foot, correct? So that's why when somebody asks me this question, it is hard to give them, a solid answer, but it's how do I get around this? When I get asked that question, how can I explain to the client, that I don't have a set price per square foot where they trust me still and don't think I'm taking advantage of them? How can I sell them my product without a solid number? And I've been perfecting this. I've been working on this for the many years I've been doing this, and I'm starting to see it works. It's been working, and it's been working for the right client and so on. And what I've figured out too is, and me and Mike, going back to our podcast, me and Mike Harn's podcast, is it's actually all about selling them on your value, stating your value proposition, selling them on what you have to offer, setting your expectations up front, and delivering on those expectations too. But how you can deliver is in different ways, and I'll explain that as well. So as builders, as custom home builders, if they're going to go shop around, we're all similar in a lot of ways. Like here, for example, I'm not talking up north, I'm talking down where I'm at, because I only really know how we do it down here. Is I do know up north, but we're going to use our type of building. So down here, everybody's going to use the block. They're going to build on top of pilings. They're going to do put up the walls inside similar to each other. So a lot of people use the same types of windows and doors, depending. There's a lot of people using the same drywall. Drywall is no different. You're getting where I'm going with this. So what do I have to offer better? What value do I have to give for somebody that calls me saying, this builder A is this price per square foot? What are you? What do I do there? And that's what I want to get deeper into with you guys today. So you all have heard many times what I have to offer as a builder. And I'm probably going to repeat this over and over on this podcast. That's why you guys listen to me, because I'm teaching you and I'm putting this in your head what you guys need to look for, because we are a good builder. We have a very good reputation where we're at. We do everything the right way. We take care of our clients, and that's the type of builder you need to look for. So that's why I keep repeating these things, so you guys will take notice when you are ready to build a house or you're looking for a builder. These are things that you do. So what I do, I don't just, so let's start here. If somebody asks me price per square foot, what is it? Usually how I like to answer this question is I go, hey, that's really challenging. That's a really challenging question. I mean, I hate to give you this answer, but I don't really have one. I have an average of where you're going to be. I can give you that, but let me explain. And they're like, okay, usually they want to hear you out and why you are what you are. So then we go into the next thing. We are a custom home builder. Everything we do is completely custom. You can take one of our plans, you can tweak it, do whatever you want. More than likely you're going to, because our plans are just kind of starting points. They are our plans. We own them. We can tweak them any way you want. We can move anything you want. We can add anything you want. That's the first initial phase, compared to the other guys that are production home builders that you're going to be stuck. You're going to be locked in. You get your choices. That's it. If you want to go that route and save money, that's fine with me. But we're going to give you more options. We're going to give you more quality material. We're going to go above and beyond, and we're going to do this thing the way you want it, is exactly. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Are you going to pay a little bit more for this? Yes, because you're going to get what you want. You're not limited. And what's your budget? I always ask that. If they're willing to pay for us, they'll understand by the time, long story short, I'm done having a conversation with them. So anyway, I want to. The whole thing with this, right off the bat, is they'll either understand, okay, this guy's going to be more money. If they accept that I'm going to be more money, we move to the next step. So, what do I have to offer? What is my value proposition as a builder? Why should you go with me over the builder A, who is a lower square foot price, and I'm obviously going to be higher? Well, let's see. I take the time, I sit down with you. We can go through the plans, we can tweak plans, we can start a plan from scratch, completely custom to exactly what you want. And we can tweak everything back and forth. I am your guide throughout that whole entire process because I deal with plans quite a bit to where I know what resale is. I can give my opinions. I can have my eyes on it. I can watch what the architect's doing. You have my guidance on that initial stage. Next steps. Okay, this is all important to you guys because this is stuff you want to see. Once we get to the plan done, I'm going to go through that plan. I'm going to bid it exactly apples for apples what you have, but I'm going to give you higher allowances, higher pricing, higher everything that I know you're going to be covered for exactly what you want. I'm going to listen to you. I listen to you the whole entire process. That's what this industry is all about, opening your ears and listening to the customer. The customer is always right. You do what the customer wants because it is a big investment. This is a huge investment to your client, and you want everything done correctly for them. So I'm going to do all those. I'm going to list out, if you want Thermador appliances, I'm going to give you a high appliance allowance. I'm going to make sure you're covered. And I even call it an estimate because, we're different than other builders too. I do a lot of cost plus builds. For you guys that aren't familiar with cost plus, I'm basically, we're paying whatever we pay month to month. We put our builder percentage on the bottom line. They pay us, and that's it. We move on and keep the build going. Versus a fixed cost, obviously, is what the square foot price term comes from, where you're fixed. This is what you see is what you get. If you go over, you get a change order, and more than likely, because you were stuck on that budget, you're going to get pissed off once you go over, because that's what fixed pricing is all about. Somebody's going for that price for a reason, or they're number driven, which if you're number driven, I always tell people too, if you're looking just for price, and I've said this, guys, in the past, if you're looking just at a number, that's not something you want to do in building. Yes, if the number's super high, that's a red flag. If the number's super low, that's a red flag. But a builder should be able to explain to you every single thing, every single detail throughout the process and keep you informed. So back to the process here. So as we're going through, I'm giving you a detailed list. I'm bidding everything. I'm pricing in everything that I know that you're covered to get you the exact price of where you should be at. I actually just went through a full on one of my bids with a customer. It took 2 hours. We went line item by line item. I explained every single number to that customer, where I got it, how I found it, in as much detail as possible. By the end of it, they were very happy, very satisfied with what I did. But that is part of being a custom builder, not a square foot price driven builder. So we keep moving along here. After you guys know exactly what you are getting, then you can do the math on that square foot price of the price that I actually bid. Your custom plans on everything you like, everything you wanted, you can square foot price off of that. But once again, when you're going out and you're going out with the girl in our office or the interior design firm that we work with, more than likely you are going to find something different that you like, probably more expensive too. That's the benefit of luxury home building and building with a custom builder. More than likely, that interior designer, and we use an interior design firm, they're going to come up with some crazy unique ceiling details or built-in cabinetry that was not on the architectural plans. And then that's going to cost a little bit more money too. See where I'm going with this? Custom. Price goes up, and price goes up. But as the price goes up, the customer is always informed on those cost increases. They're shown how much those costs are before they even agree to them. And if they like it or not, like tomorrow, for example, we're going over some paint colors. There's a Benjamin Moore versus Sherwin-Williams. One of the colors that they liked was a little bit more money than the other one. Well, we're going to paint it on the house and see if the customer really likes it. And then we're going to go with the less expensive option and see if the customer likes that and see the differences out in the sunlight, out in elements. and then we'll make the customer sign off on whatever one they personally like. Custom. You're not limited with us. We continue to do things to benefit you, do things that you want, but we also explain the situations so that you understand what is going on. You're constantly informed, because I can easily give you that square foot price and then hit you with an upcharge later, and you're going to be more than likely pissed off at me. So that's where this whole what is your square foot price thing I'm getting at. You guys following along here? You got to be careful with it. So some other things too. I recently had a friend of mine. He called me. We're not going to be building him the house because obviously we're higher end. He's looking for a more affordable home, but he wanted my opinion on it, and I'm willing to help him. He's a friend of mine. I've helped a few people in the past. He said, "Hey man, there's a builder I found. He's $175 a square foot. Here, that's very cheap to build." So automatically when he said that, I go, wow, that's a red flag. Go check out my red flags episode. It was like 4 episodes ago. Tell you guys all about red flags in building. This is one of them. Very low price builders. You need to watch out. You need to ask questions. You need to do your research. There's a lot of things that go into that. So go check that episode out. But anyway, He wanted my opinion, so the first thing I told him was, what standard features do you get? And he goes, I go, did you get one? He said, no. I go, so you need to go back to that builder, ask him for a full detailed standard features list of what is included in that $175 a foot, and then your total costs and so on. Is it under air? Is it under roof? Is it, what is it? Is it under air? Is it the whole entire footprint? What is he charging $175 a foot for? Go find that out. Go get as much detail as possible. He brings back the details, and this is the next thing I'm going into here. That's what we're at with this price per square foot. $175, $1,200 appliance allowance. What can you get with $1,200? You guys have been to Best Buy. You've been shopping for appliances. You've been to, these different appliance distributors, whether it's Ferguson or whatever you go to. You've seen that $1,200 isn't going to buy you much. So let's keep going. Driveway just says paver driveway. Well, how wide's the driveway? Am I going to get a driveway the size of a sidewalk, or what am I going to get? Ask those questions, right? Windows and doors. Well, what kind of windows and doors? Exteriors. Are they hurricane impact? What brand are they? Are they PGT, CGIs? What are they? Are they Anderson? Probably not on a small house like that, but you want to find out these things. So these are some examples of things that I'm getting into. So I told him he needs to really review this, go through this with a highlighter, ask all these questions, and go back to them. And that's the problem, though. Not a lot of people know these things, and that's what I'm here for, is to teach you guys, because the more research you can do, the better you are off. Because when they come at you with 175 and that house ends up being 250, you're going to be pretty pissed off, aren't you? And I keep repeating a lot of these things throughout my podcast, little by little, but this one I'm hitting these major topics so you guys can learn, because you are investing in such a big investment. Building a house is not an easy thing. No matter where you are in the world, country, wherever you guys are, it's not an easy thing, and you need to ask questions. I always reference this. I deal with it every day because I try and give as much info as I possibly can to each and every customer, but they all come to me with the questions, and I'm there to answer them. I don't lie. I don't beat around the bush. I tell them straight up how it's going to be. That's how every builder needs to be. Unfortunately, not every builder is like that out there. And I discuss this all the time. All the builders that I've had on my show are great builders, and they're great builders for a reason. And if you listen to them and how passionate they are about what they do and their product, you will see that that you need to ask the right questions to these builders and to find your best option and to get the truth and to get the right correct number. And that's why I hate that what is your price per square foot, because it never ends up that way. And that's what you guys need to understand. So Let me give you a couple more examples before I end this, because I was going to do this as a quick one for you guys, because you guys get these hour and a half ones from me all the time with these interviews. Don't worry, I'm coming back with the interviews. But here's some examples, the things that you should look at once you get that list. Always ask for that list, right? Like I said, like I told my friend. So I'm looking through his list. So like, you look at the allowances: appliances, cabinets, lighting, plumbing, plumbing fixtures, landscape. All these little things add up. So if I'm giving you, let's go to cabinets. I'm a custom home builder. We're in the luxury end. If I'm giving you $60,000 in a 4,000 square foot house for cabinets, you are getting the lowest grade cabinets possible. Now, in a 4,000 square foot house, if I give you 100,000 or 110 or 120,000, you're getting some high end, nice cabinets. So lighting, for example, lighting fixtures, I give you $1,000 for lighting. How many lighting fixtures do you really think you can buy for $1,000? I just redid my house with all new lighting fixtures, spent well over $1,000 for nice lighting fixtures. You can spend a little over $1,000, but you're probably in 2,000 square foot house. You probably spend over $1,000. Bigger houses, 4,000 and up, I'm giving lighting allowance of 15,000 and up, just to give you guys an idea. So let's go to plumbing fixtures. If you're doing nice plumbing fixtures, even if you went to Lowe's or Home Depot, good plumbing fixtures cost money. Name brands like Moen, Kohler, all those high-end brands, Delta, they're going to cost you guys some money. So you need to look at these allowances too. So as you're reading through that sheet too, look at your details. What kind of details am I getting? Am I just getting ceilings with no trim, no steps, no detail in the steps, just flat ceilings, plain Jane? A lot of production home builders do that. You just get flat ceilings, no details. Okay, that's fine. But as a custom builder, I'm giving you details. That's why you're coming to me. I'm not just going to give you some step in the ceiling. I'm giving you wood beams. I'm giving you all the cloud ceilings like you guys have seen in our model home. I'm giving you these nice ceiling details. How much those are, to get my trim carpenter to bid the labor on that is like pulling teeth. I'm just going to let you know. So I have to guess on that. And if I give you a solid square foot price, I'm at risk of losing money, or I'm at risk of pissing you off because I'm going to charge you more money for that ceiling. I keep getting at this, you guys, I hope you're listening, because you square foot price people that are asking that, you're going to understand this a lot better by the time I'm done here. Where I'm at, dirt's not cheap. I've explained this in the past. Dirt's trucked in from far away here. Cost per load is up. It's just cubic yard price is up. It's not cheap. It's different in all areas. Obviously, other areas are cheaper as far as fill, because you guys got abundance of it. We build on an island, so obviously it's going to cost more, and more than likely we're going to have to get it trucked in. So how can I price per square foot that without knowing and assessing how much dirt you're going to need? And I don't do that until we usually start building and I get a topography survey, and then I can usually find out. But then I got to add to your stem wall and so on. So there's a lot of question marks. Pilings, we have pilings here. I've explained that to you guys. Not every builder does this, but we do, because we once again build on an island on the water. How far are those pilings going to go down? I don't know. I can ask how far the neighbor went down, but yours still can go down even farther, and it's different in all areas. So how can I justify a solid square foot price based off of not knowing the lengths of your pilings? Let's keep going. So you got to compare overall. I mean, you have to compare apples to apples. And I've explained this in the past too. So when you have that standard price builder, I've had to explain to people without seeing and that competition's feature sheet of what they're offering. I had to explain to people what we're giving that the others don't, which is hard, but obviously I do my research as a builder. You have to, it's sales. If you're in a company or you own a company, you need to do that and figure out what your competition has to offer. So I always compare apples to apples, because it's like I said, I'm going to be doing something better than the other guy. And whether that's our quality, our detail, our passion, our commitment to the client, our overall product in general, I'm going to do something better. And you have to figure that out in your initial interview, right? So getting back to this, price per square foot is all about what exactly they have to offer. Me as a custom builder, I'm not going to give you exact price per square foot. And if you were on the phone with me calling in right now, you're either going to go one or two ways. You're going to be like, all right, I want to see more. Let's see if one of your products, or you're going to go, well, you sound too damn expensive for me. So I'm going to go with the cheaper guy, which is fine. You know, you go with the cheaper guy, that's your choice. You're price driven. I'm okay with that. I've talked about people that are price driven. We're not that guy. We're not your fit. You know, I'm not going to be the most expensive. I'm not going to be the cheapest, but I'm going to be that perfect amount. I'm going to do really the best job I possibly can as a builder. I'm going to go above and beyond, and I'm going to be your best friend for the whole entire time you live in that house, even after, because I hope to build you a second one. So that's where I get into is this cost per square foot stuff. If they're less expensive, are you going to get that same customer experience throughout the process as you are with me, who's going to go through every single little detail? I'm mid build with customers. I still talk to them every single day. I'm closed with customers. I still talk to them every single day, along with my warranty guy. And I'm at all these different levels in stages with customers, but I'm still communicating with them. I'm still answering the hard questions. I'm still guiding them. Like I said, with the paint example, I'm going out tomorrow first thing in the morning to meet with that customer to help her because she needs guidance on what paint color she should select. And then the more expensive one or the cheaper one, if I think the cheaper one's better, I'm going to tell her because that's the type of person I am. I'm not going to push her toward more expensive paint because I can care less what the price of the paint is. We're not going to make that much money as a builder through paint or anything like that. I want what's best I want what's best for my customer, and that's the bottom line. So customer experience in this whole thing is super key. It's one of the biggest things too. And it's just asking the right questions, me telling you guys, setting the expectation, showing you my value as a custom home builder. And that's what I do. And that's why when you ask me what my price per square foot is, I'm not going to go on a rampage like I did here, but this one's been a huge one to me because I've been getting it a lot, especially where I'm at. Things are really busy. A lot of people are ready to build homes, and that's been the first question they've been asking me, and I've been giving them good answers back. And like I said, they either go with us and want to meet me and continue to get more details, which I take them to our model home or one of our homes under construction. I showcase exactly why we are better. I'm very confident in why we are better than the competition. And if they go with the competition because they're cheaper, it's fine with me. So anyway, it's all about details. It's all about customer experience. It's all about setting the expectation and giving value up front. It's all about that. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. You know, I know I was kind of jumping all over the place, but I'm so passionate about the building industry, guys. And I have been since I was a kid. I love building homes. I love seeing them take shape. Like I said, it was a love-hate growing up because digging the ditches and sweeping job sites wasn't my favorite thing. But now being active in it and actually experiencing these customers and helping them and guiding them and watching these houses that I help design all the time take shape and take form, it's crazy. And it's something I'm super passionate about, but I'm super passionate about helping people find the right builder, because obviously we as a builder, I wish I could build all over the country. I would, but we can't. But there's a lot of great builders out there, and I've had a lot of them on my show. I'm very thankful for them. They all have the same attitude. I consider them friends. They've been great guests, and I still communicate with quite a few of them. And even the realtors and other people, insurance agents, everybody that's interior designers, they're all phenomenal. And we all have the same mindset of just taking care of our customers, doing things right, doing it the right way. So listen to me on this. Don't be so price driven. Don't always depend on the price per square foot, because more than likely, especially if you're shopping a custom home, it's not going to end up the same price. Same with a production home. More than likely, I had a friend of mine that built a production home from scratch, ended up few thousand higher than where he expected to be because he made other choices and fanciers, and that's part of this industry. So to come at somebody asking what your price per square foot is, don't. I mean, it's good to get an idea, a rough idea, and you can kind of say it that way when you go in. But if you come to me as a builder, as a custom home builder, I'm going to give you this whole spiel I just gave you. And if you want to hear this whole thing again, I might just put my podcast in front of you and play it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm here to help you guys. Thank you guys, as always, for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Solo episode. This has just been on my mind. I love talking to you guys about stuff that's on my mind. I hope this helped you. Please like, follow, 5-star rate, comment on iTunes. Go on iTunes. It takes 2 seconds. You guys have been reviewing this. It's all positive reviews. I'm so thankful for you guys. So take the time if you haven't yet, because I got a lot of listeners now. We're growing. Share it with your friends and family. You guys have been awesome. So thank you. I got more guests coming up on future episodes too. I'm trying to line up, so it's been great. It's been a great show and process and doing this, and I never expected it to grow like it has, and we continue to grow each and every week, and I'm going to keep giving you guys as much value as possible. So thank you, and thank you all for listening, and I will see you guys on the next one.